time I did another vlog. I've not been doing a massive amount of fishing recently. Oh, hang on. So, a bit of a liner there. Yeah, sorry, I've not been doing a massive amount of fishing recently. Time's been hard to come by, but I've had a few sessions on club water that I've been targeting that's proven to be very tough going. Had a full weekend on there, the weekend just gone, and had a blank, and previous few sessions on there have been blanks, so I decided I needed to come somewhere where I've got a bit more chance of getting a bend in the rod. So I've come back to my old faithful club water that I've been fishing on and off for the last few years, and I basically booked a day off work tomorrow and come straight from work today, do a night tonight, tomorrow day, tomorrow night, and straight back to work on Thursday. That's the plan. So yeah, I thought it was a good opportunity just to do another quick vlog, and hopefully actually have some fish to show for it this time. I don't want to count the chickens before they've hatched, but definitely the rods have only been in about an hour and I'm definitely getting a lot of liners, so there's certainly some fish around. I have seen a couple show not too far from where I'm fishing, so it was just a case of get here, get set up as quick as possible, get some bait in and chuck the rods out over the top, and yeah, just gotta sit back and see what happens for a little bit now. It's about 7:30, 8 o'clock I think, so yeah, night is still young and it's always been good for an evening bite, so fingers crossed, see what happens. It's about 11:30 now, and finally got off the mark. So I started off the session with both rods fishing far margin, where I've had fish before, and after an hour or so I saw a couple of shows sort of just past halfway across the lake, so I made the decision to bring one of the rods in and fish it a bit shorter where I'd seen the fish show. Put a bit of bait in around it and just dropped a rod on the same spot, and a short while afterwards I had a bit of a drop take. It was taking a bit of line but nothing there when I lifted up into it, so I rebaited the rod, got it back on the spot, and another hour later, probably about 11:15 or so, it was away again. Well, it's not very big, but it is very lively. It's only a small mirror, but always nice to get a weight on it. £11.11. So yeah, it's only a baby, but it's just nice to get a fish on the bank and hear that alarm go. I had a little while to rest in the net this one, so it's really lively, but I'm sure we can probably manage to grab a photo. Capture. Cheese. 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 Right, let's get this one back. Get that rod back over again. There we go. And away. Small mirror, it's just a stocky, it's low double, £11.11 are the stats, but the weight doesn't really matter. It's just nice to get a fish on the bank and bending the rod after a fair few tough sessions. The fish do seem reasonably active tonight. I have seen fish boshing over the bait on the far margin as well. So yeah, I'm feeling confident. Nice to get that one out of the way, takes the pressure off a bit, and can relax into the evening. So yeah, been a bit of a funny day. It's about 9 o'clock now on the second night. So I've just got one more night and off early tomorrow before work. I redid the rods about 4 o'clock this morning, so it was coming light. I was getting quite a few liners, but nothing much else happening. And then a bit later in the morning, I didn't realise, but there was a match on. So a load of match anglers turn up about late morning, and they started at 2 and fished till 7. So there's been a bit of extra pressure on the lake, extra 10 anglers on for the afternoon. But nevertheless, finally got the swim going again around midday, and had a nice common at £14.2. Get in. Common this time. Not particularly massive, but a bit bigger than the mirror, I think. $14.2. Good stuff. Nice common, in good nick too though. It's a lively one. And away. Come on, get up the and then sort of went quite quiet again in the afternoon, not seeing anything showing, but just kept trickling a little bit of bait in, and eventually got another take just before 6 o'clock this evening, for another common at £13.1. Cheese. 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 So, you know, quite a small stamp of fish really, 3 low doubles, 1 mirror, 2 commons, but it's exactly what I needed to get a bend in the rod. And yeah, conditions are still looking pretty good for this evening. Still not a lot showing, not as much as last night, but they're still there. There's definitely a few signs that they're still there, but yeah, I'm feeling confident. Hopefully get at least another one tonight, and it'd be nice to get into a bigger stamp of fish really. It'd be nice to see if I can get something over the 20 mark, but I mean, I'm more than happy with 3 low doubles, and it's just nice to hear the alarms. Let's just see what happens. I've baited up again, as soon as the match guys left. Got a good bit of bait in over the 2 spots. All the fish have come off the shorter rod, to be honest, which is unusual because I normally always catch at far margin here. So it's a bit of a change up, but again, it's just that situation where if you see fish and they're not where you're fishing, you've got to move on to them. But it's nice just to still have 1 rod on the far margin, because that's always my banker spot and always produce a slightly bigger fish. So yeah, watch this space. Good morning. So it's 6:30 AM on the final morning, and I've had naffle sleep. Sort of had a good run at about midnight, which felt like a better fish, but unfortunately managed to drop the hook. Sort of took me through some reed beds, and just managed to get enough slack on it to shed the hook, unfortunately. Then about 2 AM I had a really strange bite, and when I picked the rod up, there was just nothing there, like no tackle. It had been line cut clean through about a rod length from the rod tip, so I suspect a pike's gone through the line and bit through it. So that was a pain. I hate losing tackle in the water as well, but there's not much I could do about that. So set the rod back up again, got that back out, put a bit more bait out, and then just as I was sort of drifting off to sleep, about 4 AM I've had another take, and then ended up having 3 fish between 4 AM and 5:30 AM. But yeah, can't complain, but I am knackered. So yeah, all in all, just a perfect session for getting some fish on the bank, getting confidence back up after some pretty heavy blanks on the other club water. And so I've ended up with 6 fish on the bank. So we had mirror at £11.11, common at 14.2, common at 13.1, lost a fish at midnight, and then this morning I've had a £14.10 common, a £10.1 common, and a £13.8 common. Cheese. 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 So £10.1, smallest of 5 fish so far. 15 minutes after putting the rod back out. But it's a really angry common, this. But there we go, and away. So they're all very much of a muchness in terms of size, all low doubles, low to mid doubles, all stockies, and I've just not managed to get through into any of the bigger fish, unfortunately. But that said, 6 fish on the bank in a 36-hour session on here is pretty good going. Certainly the most I've caught in one session, I think. So yeah, I'm pleased with that, and now I've just got to deal with the wet pack down, because it hammered it down for a bit last night, so everything's wet, slings wet, nets are wet. Back to standard wet pack down procedure. So on that note, I'll draw that as a close for this session. Probably got the rods in for another half an hour or so. So if I do get anything else, I will give a bit of an update. But I feel like there's been a lot of disturbance in the swim with all these fish this morning. So yeah, I'd imagine that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon.